Hello everyone. As a part of this assignment, we'll be working on week 4 work. Like every week, we will be given this kind of sheet, and in that hypothesis testing week 4 task, we are supposed to complete. And when we move towards cells or columns A, B, C, we find data from A to F columns. And using that data, we are supposed to address these questions. For this task, we have three problems to solve. Remaining all are theory questions that we need to address. So, the main purpose of this task is to perform hypothesis testing based on the question given. So, for example, when you take this question, we need to create a hypothesis statement, and based on which we will be working on the problem. Here it is given we are supposed to take a two sample test to evaluate whether a difference in income exists between private and public education. Means students will be studying in private colleges and public colleges. Uh, Now we should evaluate whether there is a difference between people who studied in private college earning and public college earning. Is there any difference or not that we need to cross check. So usually, in the process of hypothesis framing, we consider that there is difference between both the people's income. Okay, so considering that, we will be performing a statistical analysis. Hypothesis testing will be performed, and based on the result, we will be concluding whether the hypothesis that we created at initial stage is true or false. Okay, so considering this statement, this question, let me take the question and paste it here. So this is my first question. The way I tell like every time, like you can create your own heading. I'm just giving question, but you can create first answer, second, first solution, like addressing the first question. Who tell test of some X, Y, Z, like that. You can create your own headings. Need not to follow this heading. Okay. So now, based on the question, we need income that is generated by the private people and that is generated by the public people. Two columns we need, which is consisting containing data related to income of private and income of public schools. Now you need to create new columns for the data that we filter. Okay, we need to filter and we should create new columns for which we will be performing analysis. Okay, so how we can do that? Let me create a new column for public type. Here जो public है ना, like public type income. Public people who are studying in public and their income. Maybe I'm taking like this. You can take any name. Your naming convention can be up to you. So now for this one, filter option is filter. This is a keyword. Last time in the last video also I told you. Just select the values field first. Then select the condition field. And here we will be giving is equal to and click UBLSC public. Just close it. Okay. Now, now it will be generating all the values that consists of all the values from income after 5 years, which is related to public. Okay. So wherever it is public, for the data, it got generated. All right. Like this, now we should create income for private income. For this one, like same column, if you want, you can create here also, and using which you can perform analysis. That is also good idea. But as every data is here, all the data columns are here. I'm creating columns here. It's up to you. If you want to create it here, you can create. Just formula in formula, we will be taking only formula will be changing. Just follow like we from what is the array. This is the array where the values are and for which column we are supposed to give condition that you should take. Okay, so simple statement. Now I am calculating it for income. Now let us take the filter formula. Filter is for values. What are the values? It is from F2 to F501, B2 to from B2 to B501, not equal to public, as there are multiple options. So what I'm doing now, we calculated public value. The values other than public value or values are not equal to public values that I am generating. That makes private college income. Okay. So when we click it, it automatically generates value. So now we have columns. We have two different columns. One is public income and another one is private income. Now let us perform hypothesis test. Let's assume that null hypothesis H naught. H naught, what it speaks about? It's about there is no difference. Here, whether there is a difference or not, we are verifying, right? So we say there is difference. There is difference between private student income and public student income completion after 5 years of completion of course. Okay, and alternative is HA is quite opposite. There is no difference. We say there is no difference. Whether to prove this, whether this hypothesis is true or not, we take data analysis in that. Let's assume that there is difference. Both have unequal variances. So we take two t-test, two sample, assuming unequal variances. Click OK. Take first variable G here, and again next variable in within the range. Again, this is H I am taking here. Alpha will be 0.5 as it contains labels at the top. I took label, and let me take output range in like here. Okay, this one, and I will be clicking OK. Usually hypothesis mean should be 0. Mean difference should be 0. Now I got this kind of statement. So I know like it will be difficult for you to interpret if you don't understand this. So that's the reason I recommend you to take this to ChatGPT and ask it to interpret. Okay, give this question. Otherwise, take everything and give it to ChatGPT. It will be definitely interpreting and explaining you what is happening with your data. Okay, I'm removing this and I'm sharing this. So it will be giving you proper interpretation what is happening. Okay. So first we took there is no difference between. So t-test explains this and p-value is greater than the fail the rejection. So this gives you proper explanation of what is happening. Okay. So from these conclusions you can interpret the data and move on to second question. Interpret the data. Please write what you understand here, what you understood from the interpretation, what it explaining. Exactly try to mention it. Don't copy paste. You explain and write what you understood from this. Okay. So now let's move on to the second question. Now first question is the second question. Two sample tests to evaluate whether there is difference existing between male and female graduates. Now male graduates will be generating money, and now let's take another one is female money, or like see what I say, male income and female income. Now the question is we need to test whether is there any difference between these two people earning money or not. Okay, so simple funda is equal to, we will be taking filter option. Now what are the values? Values are lying in F, comma, and male or female data where it is? It is in B is equal to, we give male. Now it generates, sorry, here it is M. They give it as M, not M. Now we got male value again, similar kind of formula and similar kind of data set. So I'm taking the same. Here it is F. This gives a female. Now we have male income, female income. I'm taking the question from here. So simple है. It's really like I'm making it very fast. So we have a question here. So so this is the question. Again, I am taking hypothesis, null hypothesis, and alternative hypothesis. What is my null hypothesis? There is difference. There is difference. Okay. Alternative is there is no difference. See, if our hypothesis proves, if our significance value p value is less than 0.5, then null hypothesis will be true. If you not, alternative hypothesis will be true. That is simple funda. Now, again, we will be taking data analysis section, data and data analysis section. We go to unequal variances, and again we take. So just remove this data by using backspace, and this one also by using backspace. Remove it. Now we need to select columns from here. What is that column? Male income is in this one, and female income is in this one. And we are saying hypothesized mean difference should be 0, and the significance value is 0.05. And where it should be generating the data? This column C28. Now I am clicking OK. So again I get data. Similar kind of thing, just copy paste everything. Go to ChatGPT and ask to interpret the situation. It will be providing you interpretation solutions. Just write it in your own way. Okay, write interpretation. Okay, next we should create third question. For the third question, what is the question that was asked? Okay, so now what is the question? See, for private non-profit schools, male and female income we are supposed to calculate. And for those two columns, we are supposed to perform two sample tests. Okay, let me show you how to filter using this data. We can clearly see that it is private, not for profit. Don't copy anything from here. Just cross check column values, how the columns are distributed. Okay. So now private non-profit male income. Okay. Now I will take filter. What is the column? This column, comma. In which column it is private or non-profit? School type. In school type, that is D. So what we take it in brackets. D to D is equal to, I will copy it. Better I copy first. So first I will copy this private non-profit. Okay. So now here is equal to filters of given columns, comma, D to D. This should be in a bracket because we are taking some product kind of thing is equal to this value and close and multiply. Now we take gender value and this should be in open bracket is equal to M. Okay. So these are values for, you can see the difference anyhow, you will find it. So these are values for private non-profit college, male student and his salaries. Now we take similar kind of data PNP hyphen F female and income. So you write your headings, okay? Don't forget to change these things. And just for my convenience, I'm writing like this. I will copy this one. Only change here is F. This should be F. Now I got both the values. Okay. So we have private non-profit male income and the private non-profit female income. Next, use this create the already created. Similarly, we create there is difference, there is no difference hypothesis. Now I am creating data analysis and two-factor. Everything will be same process. So there is no scope to waste your time. Just need to focus and finish things. Okay. Now go to respective field on this one income and now use backspace and remove it. Select this one. There should be no difference. Output and click OK. Now this is you should properly select things, otherwise you end up getting wrong answers. Again, take it to ChatGPT, interpret, try to understand what it is explaining, and write it in your own words. Now, using these values, whatever the values you got, you should explain based on the results that we achieved from the above, like whatever the answers we got, you should interpret this question. You should address this question actually. So, based on the above analysis, what decision would you make in selecting school for your doctoral program? Say, for example, if you are a female student, so are you going to select any school or you will be specifically selecting private and non-profit school? Okay, that you need to understand. And in the first school, first one is private school is giving better income or public school giving better income. So if you want to join a doctoral school, which school you will be joining? So if there is no difference, you can choose any school. If there is difference, you are supposed to choose better mean value school. In these two things, what is giving you the better mean value? Public income is giving better value. So you can select such a school. Okay. So, but overall, if you can cross check, its impact on generating salary is low. That's why its hypothesis is failing. So similarly, like you can ask same question to ChatGPT and you can understand and you can interpret and you can write it. Okay. So these after writing these four problems, again similarly, like every week we do, we will be addressing remaining questions. So here we are having these questions, right? So this part is already done. Now we will be understanding real world implications and how hypotheses are limited. All these details we will be writing in 1 to 2 pages. Got it? So this is all about this simple task. Only for listening it is taking a lot of time, but simply you are preparing your data and performing analysis on it and writing 1 to 2 pages of work. Okay, so don't waste your time. Be quick and finish it quickly. All the best, team. Thank you.